what I was going to do with my life, and it turns out that maybe I was spending too much time around the house. And I found this out from my wife one day when my daughter, her class, her preschool class, her 4-year-old preschool class, had career day. Has anybody ever had to do this? They had career day. So they put a sign outside of my daughter's classroom and they said, do any of the dads have a job that the kids would like to hear about? My wife got there before me and wrote no. No job. She knew that I'd see it, so I was, I got there, I looked at it, you gotta be kidding me. And I scratched off that, I wrote baseball on there. And I made my appointment to talk to the kids, and so a couple weeks later, I show up in this classroom with the artwork on the walls and the teachers over here, and I'm looking at these kids, and they're in such a cute little ball, and I start talking about things that I thought were important. Humility, sportsmanship. Their eyes glazed over. Finally, a little girl raises her hand, and I feel like I'm really doing great getting my message across. Her hand goes up, and I said, yeah? Do you have a dog? I have a dog? What are you talking about? I'd go a little bit further, and I feel like I'm getting back on message, and a little boy raised his hand. I said, yeah? He goes, do you drive a limo? Drive a limo? What are you talking about? I'm talking about baseball. And then my own daughter, Ella, who's always been a precocious little girl, she raised her hand. And I looked at her, and I had no idea what was coming. And she looked up at me, and she said, Dad, do you like your little hand? And I said, what? I said, Dad, do you like your little hand? And man, that question took me back. I didn't quite know what to say. And we'd never called it my little hand at home. In my whole life, I'd never thought about liking it. But here I was looking at this group of kids, and I knew my answer was important. And I looked at her, and I said, you know what, honey? I do. I like my little hand. I haven't always liked it. And it hasn't always been easy. But you know what? My little hand has taught me important lessons. That life's not easy. And it's not always fair. Then I remembered I was looking at 4-year-olds. I better back that off a little bit. And I said, you know what, honey? Here's what I think. My hand has taught me this. If you can find your own way of doing things, if you can make the most of what you've been given, and you've been given so much, and you can believe in yourself no matter where you go in this world, nothing's going to stop you. Nothing can stop you. If I could leave one message with this book, if I could leave one message with you tonight, it's just that. Challenge comes to us all. It doesn't have to hold us back. If we can believe in ourselves, make the most of what you've been given, and believe in yourself wherever you go in this world, amazing things are possible. Amazing things can happen. Thank you so much for coming.